And that off over 2-3 on the Conway Piling Beginners Chase, a relatively short run to the first. The fence on the turn into the straight. The leader is Figaro from stable companion Gaelic Warrior, landing in third place, Cool Survivor. Small mistake by Another Way of Thinking. Turning into fences 2 and 3, the leader is Figaro by a couple of lengths to Gaelic Warrior. In third place is Cool Survivor, with 4 lengths to Another Way of Thinking. Upsides is Senior Chief, and then an epic song, Soldado and Daily Present and Bushman's Pass, celebrating Katie, One Horse Army. On they come to fence number 3. Very bad mistake by One Horse Army, and gets a reminder as they come to the turn. Final fence next time. Figaro leads Gaelic Warrior as they stretch their lead to 5 lengths over Cool Survivor. Disputing the fourth, Senior Chief, Another Way of Thinking. As they get strung out, an epic song next, and Soldado, Daily Present, celebrating Katie and Bushman's Pass racing together. And struggling is One Horse Army. Going uphill to fence number 4. Another 11 left to jump. The leader is Figaro and Danny Mullins, tracked by Gaelic Warrior and Paul Townend as they meet up with the fourth, followed by Cool Survivor and Jack Kennedy. Another Way of Thinking, the inside of Senior Chief, and then an epic song and Soldado and Daily Present. Uphill now to the next, and taking over the lead is the short price favourite Gaelic Warrior, and readily breaks clear of Figaro, who was chancy in second, and third is Cool Survivor, then Another Way of Thinking. Senior Chief is next, being followed by an epic song and Daily Present. Soldado as they go downhill to the next 2 fences. And it's Gaelic Warrior taking the race by the scruff of the neck, and has gone well cleared of Figaro, Cool Survivor. On now to the first of the 2. Gaelic Warrior up and over. On now to the ditch from Cool Survivor, who's joining for the second. Figaro and then Senior Chief. Another Way of Thinking, an epic song. Soldado, Daily Present, well clear of the remainder. Gaelic Warrior away from that ditch as Cool Survivor jumped into second place ahead of Figaro, and then Senior Chief, Another Way of Thinking, an epic song as they turn into the back straight with 7 fences left to jump in the Conway Piling Beginners Chase. And it is Gaelic Warrior, a new recruit to chasing, links up with the first of 3 in the back straight, over safely, and has a commanding advantage now over Cool Survivor. Then Figaro, Senior Chief, Another Way of Thinking, an epic song, Soldado, Daily Present. Middle fence in the back straight, 6 from the finish. Gaelic Warrior goes through the top, but okay from Cool Survivor, who's just coming to negotiate it. In third place is Figaro, and then Senior Chief, who's followed by Another Way of Thinking, an epic song, Soldado, Daily Present, the 5th last fence. Gaelic Warrior safely to the other side from Cool Survivor. A remote second, then Figaro, Senior Chief, Another Way of Thinking, an epic song, Soldado and Daily Present. Turning out of the back straight with another 4 fences left to jump, and in splendid isolation is Gaelic Warrior and Paul Townend. The others just coming to the bend. Cool Survivor, Figaro, Senior Chief, Another Way of Thinking, an epic song, and Soldado gone away from Daily Present. For the jump, it's Gaelic Warrior at this fence, bring them past their point of departure. Another 3 to go. Gaelic Warrior on now to the fence on the home turn. 3-way tie for the second. Another Way of Thinking, Figaro and Cool Survivor, followed then by Senior Chief, running the home turn with 2 fences left to jump. And a long, long way clear is the odds-on favourite Gaelic Warrior, turning in with just 2 fences left to jump, is lobbing along in the hands of Paul Townend, straightening for the final 2 fences. Just coming in second is Another Way of Thinking, and then Cool Survivor. At the second last, Gaelic Warrior over safely with a huge lead over Another Way of Thinking. Cool Survivor, Senior Chief, made a mistake, did well to survive, but on the run of the final fence, it is Gaelic Warrior coming into the last and pops it a long, long way clear. Gaelic Warrior, Grade 1 winning hurdler, smoothly does it First time over fences, it's nothing but a Saturday stroll here at Punchestown for Gaelic Warrior. Bringing up a quick fire double for Paul Townend and Willie Mullins. Another way of thinking best of the rest. In third was Senior Chief, could survive in fourth.
Willie Mullins is with us now. We've just seen Gaelic Warrior blitz his rivals in the Beginners Chase. And Willie, you're unleashing these novice chases at regular intervals now. Yeah. Was that as good a performance as you've seen from any of them so far?
Well, I thought Classical Dream jumped better than that fella there, but that was some performance, you know. I mean, Paul wasn't in control, I'd say, most of the way. I think he said to me he just about dropped the bridle going to the third last, and he hunted him over the last two, but what he did before that was, to me, was gobsmacking anyhow.
Stablemate Figueroa jumped off and led him over the first few. Were you hoping that maybe he would be able to last a bit longer?
No, it wasn't sort of the plan. Danny was riding his own horse and he was going to jump off up there. We thought there'd be a lot more pace in the race, but that collapsed fairly quickly. We didn't think that we'd have to make it. We thought there were 2 or 3 other horses in it to make it, and so Paul then just said he'd let him rock on because he was pulling and dragging out of him, and he thought it better off just to make the running when no one else wanted to do it.
Clearly got that huge engine. In terms of his jumping, do you think he will be able to brush that up a bit? He seemed to be a bit low in the early part of the race and then took 1 or 2 chances.
He was, but I think that was just because he was too fresh and pulling. And, you know, if there was plenty of pace in the race, you'd have a chance. He'd be more settled. Looking at that, you know, I was trying to aim him for the staying events, but looking at that, we might have to review the situation and see. He looks more like a 2-miler or 2.5-miler there, you know. So
we saw him run into the corner a few times as well, and he did go to his right a fair bit at times last season over hurdles as well. Unfortunately, bar the festival back here in the spring, a lot of those races, I suppose, that he could be aimed at are the other way around. Does that bother you at all?
It does. It's a concern, yeah. It is a concern. However, you know, he runs well around Cheltenham, and he can run well left-handed, but I would say he has a preference for going right, yeah.
Would your initial thought be to roll on to Leopardstown with him at Christmas?
That was the initial plan. Just after what he did there, now we have to have a rethink, you know, trying to keep horses apart, and you know, I don't know where I'm going now at this stage, but we definitely have to have a rethink.
Limerick, I suppose, is right-handed. Maybe that'd be in the mix as well.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I haven't thought about it. I was just so delighted to see what he's able to do. I mean, to do that for your first run of the year, you know, I thought most horses could do that, but they'd blow up down around the stone wall or somewhere. You know, your man just kept galloping up to the third last, and Paul said that was the first time he got a grip on him.
Yeah, you mentioned Classical Dream, really. He looked like he'd been jumping fences all his life the other day, didn't he?
Well, of course he probably has, you know. We've tried to get him jumping fences 3 or 4 years, and you must remember as a 3-year-old he'd been around Ortoy over hurdles, and you know, so he'd well schooled over fences, yeah, and that showed the other day, didn't it?
Yeah. I mean, he was essentially, I know he won a Supreme Novice Hurdle, but he had all those big wins over staying trips in the latter part of his hurdle career. Would that be the way you'd be edging with him over fences too?
He could go either way as well, you know. He, as you say, he has won over the shorter trips. It's easier to win over the longer trips, I imagine. He looked, I don't know. Both horses have. We'll try and keep them apart anyhow, but they're similar sort of profiles.
Did you see Predator's Gold's win earlier on in the main?
I did, yeah. I saw it on the phone, and I thought it was a huge performance. Knowing how fit he is at home, I half expected him to blow up, but to be able to sort of take a blow, I think I didn't like where he was at the third last, and over the second last, and then to pick up and go on and win like that leaves me to believe that, you know, he has a huge engine.
Yeah, it does look that way. And we've seen a few of yours taking their first run. Just looking at the Morgiana later on, though, would you be pretty confident State Man will be able to do himself full justice?
Yeah, I think he is where he was last year, you know. So, but then, you know, you're hoping that those type of horses will improve as the season goes on as well. But he's in good shape.
How much do you love this time of year?
I don't know. It's nerve-wracking.
No, it brings its pressure.
Nerve-wracking when you're watching the opposition piling the winners left, right and centre. And, you know, we know we have a nice team, but they have to go and do it. And, you know,
never strike me as a man to panic.
Some of them do it, some of them don't do it, but you're hoping that they will do it later on in the season. But, you know, Gordon had a fair lead built up. We have a nice team coming out, but, you know, fingers crossed they just all stay coming out. Yeah.
Great stuff. I look forward to seeing a few more of them come along in the next few days. Willie, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.